Hello, students. Hope you all are safe at your home. As the present situation is critical, we are planning to conduct online lectures. So, kindly use this opportunity and try to understand the concepts clearly. Last class, we were discussing about some of the topics that is related to the chapter matter in our surroundings. The points which we have already discussed is the first one is physical nature of matter. The second point that we have discussed is some of the characteristics of the particles of the matter. The first point is particles of the matter which is having space between them. Second one, particles of the matter are continuously moving. And the third one is particles of the matter attract each other. Then we discussed about the states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gaseous. We have discussed the characteristics of the solid, liquid and gaseous state also. Now we are moving on to our next topic, that is effects of temperature on particles. Before moving on to our next topic, I request all of them to open your textbook, chapter 1. So let's discuss what is the effect of temperature on the particles. We know that in the solid state, here the particles are very closely packed as when compared to the liquid state and also the gaseous state. So what will happen if we raise the temperature of the solid state? If we are increasing the temperature of the solid state by heating, the particles that is present inside the solid state gets vibrating. That means the kinetic energy is present inside the solid state. If we are increasing the temperature, this kinetic energy will be increased to a greater extent. As a result of this, the particles of the solid state will be starting vibrating. The energy supplied by the heat overcomes the force of attraction between the particles. So when the heat energy is applied, the particles will be starts vibrating. As a result of this, the solid will be changing to liquid state. As the same way, if we are increasing the temperature again by heating, the liquid will be changing to the gaseous state. Like this way, the effect of temperature on the particles will be taking place. By cooling, these states get reversed also. That means if we are cooling the gaseous state, the particles that is present inside the gaseous state will moving on to the liquid state, then liquid to solid state. Here is the pictorial representation of the effects of temperature on particles. So in this figure, you can see that the first box, that is green color. Inside that box, the particles are very closely packed. That box represents the solid state. Now carefully look into that blue color arrow mark. Below to that blue color arrow mark, which is near to that solid state, you can see heat. That means if we are increasing the heat, that means if we are increasing the temperature of the solid state, that solid will be converting into the liquid state. That means the second box. Then again, if we are repeating the same process by heating, the liquid will be changing to the gaseous state. Then next, the reverse process also, it also you can see in this picture. The gaseous state, by cooling, it get reversed to the liquid state. Again by cooling, the liquid state get converted to the solid state. Here, this picture represents the effect of temperature on the particles. Like this way, we can interchange the states of matter. Now let's discuss about the topics latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. First, we can discuss about latent heat of fusion. The temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at atmospheric pressure is termed as melting point. Melting point means when a solid is converting to liquid, the temperature at which that solid get converted to liquid, that point is termed as the melting point. The amount of the heat energy that is required to change 1 kilogram of solid into liquid at its atmospheric pressure is known as latent heat of fusion. Melting of ice is an example for that latent heat of fusion. Because of this latent heat of fusion, the particles in water at 0 degrees centigrade do have more energy as compared to the same particles of ice at the 0 degree temperature. The next one is the boiling point. The temperature at which the liquid starts boiling at its atmospheric pressure is known as its boiling point. That means when we are heating this liquid, the temperature at which the liquid starts boiling, that point is termed as the boiling point. And latent heat of vaporization is the heat energy that is required to change 1 kilogram of liquid to gas at its atmospheric pressure is termed as latent heat of vaporization. The latent heat of fusion is related to the melting point and latent heat of vaporization is related to the boiling point. As we also already discussed that the latent heat of vaporization means the heat energy that is required to change 1 kilogram of liquid into gas at its atmospheric pressure. This makes the particle in steam, that is water vapor at 100 degrees centigrade, to have more energy than the water at the same temperature. So, students, I hope that all the concepts are clear for you. Today, we discussed only three main topics. The first one we discussed is effects of temperature on the particles. Here, we can see that the interchanging of particles, that means interchanging of states, solid to liquid, liquid to gaseous, then uh, gaseous to liquid, and the liquid to solid. This is by applying temperature and decreasing the temperature. Then we discussed about the melting point and boiling point. Melting point means the temperature at which a solid melts to become liquid at its atmospheric pressure. And the boiling point means the temperature at which liquid starts boiling to the gaseous state at its atmospheric pressure is termed as the boiling point. Then we discussed about the latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. So read your textbooks carefully. 3 or 4 times you must read your textbook. And if you have any doubt, you can contact me at any time. So thank you. Stay safe at your home.